Effortless achievement. How to get what you want without overworking. Introduction. What if achieving your dreams didn't require endless hours of stress and struggle? What if the key to success lay not in how hard you work, but in how smartly you approach the process? Too often, society convinces us that more effort equals more success, that the harder we push, the more we'll get in return. But what if that approach is flawed? What if the secret to getting what you want is about aligning your actions with your deepest purpose, finding ways to work with ease, and tapping into the natural flow of life? The pursuit of success doesn't have to be a battle. It doesn't require exhaustion, frustration, or the sacrifice of your well-being. What if you could achieve your goals without overworking yourself? What if every step forward felt like a natural extension of who you are, rather than a battle of willpower and fatigue? In this pursuit, simplicity holds the power. When you learn to work smarter, not harder, you unlock the potential to create more with less. You stop chasing after results and start drawing them toward you. This isn't about doing more, it's about doing less in a more intentional way, channeling your energy and focus where it matters most. Instead of feeling like you're constantly striving, you begin to feel like you're flowing effortlessly toward success. Mastering this process requires a shift in mindset, an understanding that success isn't something you earn through struggle. It's something that aligns with the natural rhythm of your life when you approach it from a place of clarity, purpose, and balance. This path to achievement isn't about working harder. It's about knowing how to leverage the power of ease to create lasting, meaningful results. The journey starts with a choice to let go of unnecessary pressure and trust that the life you desire can be yours with far less effort than you might think. Chapter 1. Understanding the power of ease. Success has long been associated with hard work, sacrifice, and endless hours of exertion. Society has ingrained in us the belief that only through relentless struggle can we achieve greatness. From a young age, we are taught to push ourselves, to work harder than the next person, and to give more than we ever thought we could. But in this race for success, we often miss something fundamental: the power of ease. When we approach life with the belief that success must be earned through hardship, we unintentionally place barriers between ourselves and the fulfillment we seek. Hard work can often lead to burnout, stress, and a deep sense of dissatisfaction. The constant need to prove our worth through effort and struggle can blind us to the deeper, more effective path to success. The real secret lies not in working harder, but in learning how to work in harmony with our natural flow and strengths. True achievement doesn't have to be a fight against time or against others. It's about understanding that there is an inherent energy within us that, when properly aligned, allows us to move forward effortlessly. This isn't about avoiding work or responsibility. It's about approaching each task with clarity, intention, and a calm focus that enables us to move with purpose, not force. The myth of hard work tells us that the more we push, the more we will accomplish. But this often leads to exhaustion and diminishing returns. The truth is, working with ease allows us to be more productive, creative, and sustainable in our efforts. Success, in its truest sense, is not about grinding yourself down until you have nothing left to give. It's about creating an environment, both internally and externally, that supports your efforts, nurtures your well-being, and allows your natural talents to shine. When you learn to tap into the power of ease, everything shifts. Challenges become opportunities, obstacles turn into stepping stones, and your path to success becomes a natural progression rather than a strenuous climb. To embrace this power, you must first recognize the myths surrounding hard work and success. The world often celebrates the hustle, but true fulfillment and achievement are not found in constant doing, but in knowing when to rest, reflect, and realign. By understanding that effort and ease can coexist, you open yourself to a more balanced, rewarding path to success. Chapter 2. The Art of Working Smarter, Not Harder. In the pursuit of achievement, many are caught in the trap of excessive effort. The idea that the more you put in, the more you will get out, has been ingrained into our mindset from an early age. Yet this approach often leads to burnout, frustration, and diminishing returns. The real key to unlocking success lies not in the quantity of effort, but in the quality of the action we take. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. When we focus on efficiency over effort, we shift our attention from mere activity to meaningful outcomes. This transition demands a level of mindfulness, where each task is approached with strategic intent. It's about being deliberate with your time and energy, ensuring that every action aligns with your broader goals. The true measure of success is not how busy you are, but how effectively you move forward, making every moment count. Strategic action is about recognizing the leverage points in your life, the areas where small, focused efforts can create the greatest impact. This is where true mastery lies, knowing where to place your energy and when to let go of unnecessary tasks. It's about finding the path of least resistance, identifying the tasks that will propel you forward with the least amount of struggle, and capitalizing on those moments. The most successful individuals are not the ones who toil endlessly. They are the ones who can see beyond the immediate demands and identify long-term strategies that yield sustainable results. They know how to prioritize what matters most and eliminate the distractions that only serve to drain their resources. This is the art of working smarter. By mastering this approach, you can unlock your potential to achieve more with less. It's not about how much time you spend on something, but how strategically you engage with your goals. Working smarter allows you to move with more precision, effectiveness, and ultimately, greater ease. Success becomes less about exertion and more about alignment, knowing when to push forward, when to pull back, and how to direct your energy in the most powerful way. Chapter 3. Aligning with your purpose. When you are aligned with your true purpose, every decision becomes clearer, every action more meaningful, and every step you take more purposeful. Purpose acts as a compass, guiding you through the noise of distractions and uncertainties that often cloud your judgment. It's not just about identifying what you want to achieve. It's about understanding why you want it. This deeper understanding forms the foundation upon which every decision can be built, making the journey smoother and less convoluted. Clarity is the first step in aligning with your purpose. Without it, you may find yourself overwhelmed by the sheer number of choices and paths available. Every day can feel like an endless series of decisions, each one requiring mental energy, but none of them truly moving you forward. When you have clarity, however, your decisions are streamlined. Each choice you face becomes a reflection of your broader goals and values. You know what you stand for and where you are heading, so the path becomes obvious. Focus is the next critical element in alignment. Once clarity is established, focus becomes the tool that drives you forward. Focus enables you to stay on course, cutting through distractions and external pressures. It's easy to be lured away from your purpose by the demands of others, by shifting trends, or by a false sense of urgency. But when your purpose is crystal clear, you can maintain a singular focus on what truly matters. Focus allows you to say no to the things that don't serve your mission and yes to those that push you closer to your goal. The synergy between clarity and focus creates flow, the state in which effort feels effortless. In this state, you are fully immersed in the task at hand, and the world around you seems to fall away. It's the natural outcome of aligning your actions with your purpose. In flow, time bends. What may have once felt like a struggle becomes something you can move through with ease. The pressure to force things subsides because the actions you take feel inherently right. When you are aligned with your purpose, decisions stop feeling like burdens and start feeling like opportunities. Each moment, instead of being filled with confusion, becomes a chance to move forward with intention. The purpose-driven approach also naturally leads to greater satisfaction. When you know your actions align with something greater than just achieving external success, you find deeper meaning and fulfillment in what you do. Purpose isn't just about accomplishment. It's about a sense of alignment with the highest version of yourself, the one that moves through the world with confidence and authenticity. Chapter 4. The Role of Mindset in Effortless Success. The way you perceive challenges dictates not only your response to them, but also your ability to navigate them with ease. A mindset focused on growth and possibility transforms obstacles into opportunities, turning what might have been moments of struggle into stepping stones on your path to success. This shift in thinking is not just about positive thinking, but about embracing challenges with an attitude that allows you to extract lessons, refine strategies, and emerge stronger and wiser. When you cultivate a mindset that views setbacks as a natural part of the learning process, the pressure of having to be perfect fades away. Instead of fearing mistakes, you begin to recognize them as valuable feedback that can guide your next step. This mindset frees you from the constant stress of doing it right and opens up the space to experiment, learn, and grow without the unnecessary weight of self-doubt or fear of failure. The ability to detach your sense of self-worth from external results is key. Too often, people tie their value to their achievements, placing enormous pressure on themselves to perform flawlessly. Yet success is not a reflection of your intrinsic value. It's a byproduct of consistent effort, learning, and persistence. When you approach challenges with the mindset that you are enough, regardless of the outcome, you release the tension that blocks creativity and flow. This mental freedom allows you to engage fully with the task at hand, trusting in your ability to adapt, innovate, and ultimately succeed. Adopting a mindset that thrives on challenge also means embracing discomfort as part of growth. The moments that stretch your capacity are often the ones that yield the most profound transformation. When you shift your focus from avoiding hardship to welcoming it as a catalyst for personal development, the narrative of struggle begins to shift. What once felt like an insurmountable hurdle becomes a manageable, even welcome, challenge, something that will make you better, sharper, and more resilient as you move forward. This approach doesn't mean that challenges become effortless overnight. The ease comes not from avoiding difficulty, but from the way you engage with it. With the right mindset, the effort you invest feels purposeful, even energizing. Instead of wrestling with the problem, you collaborate with it, finding solutions that align with your values and goals. It is through this kind of engagement that success becomes natural rather than forced, effortless rather than exhausting. When you are in alignment with your mindset, you no longer have to push against the current. You glide with it, using the natural flow to propel you forward. Chapter 5. The Impact of Energy Management. The energy you carry within you is as vital to your success as the actions you take. Yet, too often, people expend their energy in ways that are scattered, unsustainable, or unaligned with their highest priorities. The idea of energy management is not about cramming as much activity into your day as possible, but rather about understanding where and how to direct your energy to achieve maximum output with minimum strain. When you align your actions with your natural rhythms, you become more attuned to what truly energizes you and what drains you. This awareness allows you to conserve your mental, physical, and emotional energy for the tasks that matter most. The result is not only greater productivity, but also a deeper sense of fulfillment because the energy you are investing is purposeful and aligned with your core objectives. Maximizing productivity isn't about forcing yourself to work longer hours or pushing through fatigue. It's about focusing on what matters, doing it with clarity and intention, and knowing when to step back to recharge. You can't sustain peak performance without recognizing the need for rest, both mental and physical. The ability to switch between intense focus and restorative rest is what distinguishes sustained success from burnout. This rhythm of working in bursts of focused energy followed by periods of rest is the key to maintaining consistent momentum over time. One of the most powerful aspects of energy management is your ability to channel your energy where it counts. Every action you take, whether it's a decision, a conversation, or a task, requires energy. When you choose to invest your energy in high-value actions, whether it's creative problem-solving, deep work, or nurturing meaningful relationships, you are amplifying your ability to achieve success effortlessly. In contrast, when you allow your energy to leak away on distractions or tasks that don't contribute to your overarching goals, you diminish your capacity to perform at your best. It's also crucial to recognize the role of emotional energy in your overall performance. Emotions are powerful forces that influence how you approach tasks, interact with others, and even how you see yourself. When you are emotionally drained, even the smallest of tasks can feel monumental. Learning to manage your emotional energy by cultivating emotional resilience allows you to maintain balance and stay focused on what truly matters. As you gain greater mastery over your energy, you'll begin to see a profound shift, not just in your productivity, but also in the quality of your work and your life. Instead of rushing through tasks or simply getting by, you'll engage with them fully, bringing presence, clarity, and vitality into everything you do. Energy management becomes the quiet force behind effortless achievement, the invisible thread that ties your actions to your aspirations, ensuring that every step forward is intentional, impactful, and aligned with your highest potential. Chapter 6. Building Supportive Routines. The path to effortless achievement is built not just on the grand ambitions we set, but on the smaller, deliberate actions we take daily. These actions, once repeated consistently, transform into routines that fuel our success. The right routines act as a support system, propelling us forward without the constant need for monumental effort. By weaving positive habits into our daily lives, we lay a foundation that not only sustains progress, but enhances it, creating a rhythm that feels almost effortless. In the pursuit of success, there's a tendency to focus on what we must do next, rather than establishing a solid structure for how we do everything. Routines, when designed with purpose, free the mind from the burden of decision fatigue, giving you the space to focus on creativity, strategy, and high-level decision-making. When a routine becomes ingrained, it shifts from being something we have to do to something we want to do. It becomes a natural part of our day, helping us build momentum with little to no effort. Building supportive routines involves crafting a flow that aligns with both your energy levels and your long-term goals. For example, the early hours of the day might be when your mind is at its sharpest, making it the perfect time for deep, focused work. As the day progresses, your routine can shift to tasks that require less intense mental output, like responding to emails or organizing your space. Recognizing these natural ebbs and flows within your own energy is crucial to creating routines that serve you without pushing you to the brink of exhaustion. However, routines are not about rigidity. They are not a set of rules that trap you into a monotonous life. They are about flexibility within structure. The key is to allow your routines to evolve as your needs and goals change. It's a constant process of refinement, not a one-size-fits-all formula. Start with the core activities that provide the most value to your life: exercise, meditation, reading, or any habits that align with your well-being, and build from there. Gradually, these habits form a powerful routine that becomes the backbone of your daily existence. Another important aspect of supportive routines is knowing when to step back and create space for rest and recovery. Many people burn out because they neglect this crucial part of their routine, mistakenly equating productivity with constant busyness. Rest is as much a part of progress as action itself. By deliberately scheduling time for relaxation and recovery within your routine, you ensure that you have the energy to keep going and the clarity to continue making meaningful strides toward your goals. The process of building routines also requires a deep understanding of your values and priorities. When your routines are rooted in what matters most to you, they no longer feel like chores, but rather like vital acts of self-care and self-improvement. Your daily habits then become an expression of your deeper purpose, a reflection of who you are and what you're striving for. Over time, These routines shape your life, creating a flow of progress that's both sustainable and fulfilling. In the end, routines are about momentum. They are about creating a seamless path of progress that makes the pursuit of your goals feel more like an enjoyable journey than a challenging struggle. With every action, you move closer to your vision, not because you're forcing it, but because your habits are in alignment with the success you wish to achieve. By embracing routines that support you, you not only build consistency, but invite the effortless achievement of your goals into your life. Chapter 7. Harnessing the Power of Leverage. True success isn't built solely on individual effort, but on the ability to harness the power of leverage, making the most of resources, tools, and people around you. Leverage allows you to achieve more with less, amplifying your results without multiplying your effort. It's a strategy that shifts the weight of your workload and magnifies the impact of your actions. The right use of leverage doesn't just increase output, it redefines what is possible. When we think of leverage, it's often in terms of money or power, but true leverage extends far beyond these realms. Leverage can be found in technology, systems, networks, and expertise. It's about making strategic decisions to allocate your time, energy, and resources in ways that maximize your return without the need for constant hard labor. This can mean automating processes, outsourcing tasks, or connecting with others whose strengths complement your own. One of the most significant ways to leverage your efforts is through technology. The right tools can simplify complex tasks, streamline operations, and increase efficiency. Software solutions can automate tasks that would otherwise consume hours of your day, allowing you to focus on higher-level work that drives the most value. In a world where time is our most valuable asset, having the right systems in place can free you from the manual grind and create space for strategic thinking and creative problem-solving. Similarly, the people you surround yourself with play an essential role in leveraging your success. Whether through mentors, partners, or teams, the collective intelligence and skills of others can elevate your performance exponentially. By seeking out the right individuals who possess expertise, insight, or connections that you lack, you tap into a network that supports and expands your abilities. Collaboration isn't about offloading your work to others. It's about combining your strengths with those of others to create something greater than what you could accomplish alone. Leverage also comes in the form of knowledge. Education, research, and experience offer a form of leverage that accelerates your path to mastery. Instead of learning every lesson the hard way, you can learn from the wisdom of others, gaining insights from their successes and failures. Reading, studying, and seeking new perspectives can fast-track your understanding and give you the tools to make better, more informed decisions. With the right knowledge, you can avoid common pitfalls and identify opportunities others might miss. One of the most overlooked forms of leverage is mindset. A mindset rooted in abundance and possibility allows you to see opportunities for leverage everywhere. Instead of viewing obstacles as setbacks, you begin to recognize them as chances to innovate and adapt. Leverage, in this context, is a way of thinking, approaching challenges with the belief that there is always a more efficient, more effective way to reach your desired outcome. This mindset opens doors to new solutions, partnerships, and strategies that would otherwise remain hidden. Mastering leverage requires more than just recognizing opportunities. It requires a willingness to delegate and trust others to take on parts of the process. This doesn't mean relinquishing control, but rather empowering others to handle tasks where they excel, while you focus on areas where your strengths lie. Learning to let go of unnecessary burdens allows you to scale your efforts and concentrate your energy on the few things that truly move the needle. By embracing leverage in all its forms, you begin to see how much potential lies in working smarter, not harder. Whether through technology, people, knowledge, or mindset, the key is to recognize that you don't have to do everything yourself. The world is filled with tools and resources just waiting to amplify your efforts. By strategically tapping into them, you create a multiplier effect that transforms your actions and accelerates your success in ways you might never have imagined. Chapter 8. Simplifying Complex Tasks. The complexity of goals and projects often leads to overwhelm, creating mental blocks that hinder progress. The key to making any task attainable lies in simplifying it, breaking it down into manageable, bite-sized pieces. When you look at a goal or project as a whole, it can feel like an insurmountable mountain, but when you view it as a series of small, focused steps, the challenge becomes more navigable. The first step in simplifying is clarity. Often, complexity arises from vague or unclear objectives. When you set out on a journey without a map, the terrain can seem confusing and treacherous. It's essential to define exactly what success looks like. Clear, well-defined goals provide direction, and when you know where you're headed, each step along the way becomes more purposeful. This clarity helps to avoid distractions, making it easier to stay on course. Once clarity is established, the next step is to break down the larger goal into smaller, more achievable tasks. It's easy to become paralyzed by the enormity of a project, but by deconstructing it into digestible parts, you can create a roadmap that feels both manageable and motivating. Each small task represents a victory in itself, and every completed step builds momentum. By focusing on one small thing at a time, the larger picture becomes less intimidating. Prioritization plays a critical role in simplifying tasks. Often we approach goals with the mindset that everything must be done at once, leading to exhaustion and frustration. However, not all tasks are created equal. Some are more important, more urgent, or more foundational than others. Identifying these tasks and addressing them first ensures that you're working efficiently. It's about understanding which actions will yield the greatest impact and focusing your energy on them first. The ability to delegate also simplifies tasks. Often we take on too much ourselves, either out of a desire for control or the mistaken belief that we're the only ones who can do things right. Recognizing when it's appropriate to delegate or outsource certain aspects of a project lightens your load and allows you to focus on the areas where your strengths lie. It's an important aspect of working smarter, not harder. Trusting others not only empowers them, but it also helps you maintain energy for the core elements that only you can handle. Another powerful strategy in simplifying complex tasks is automation. In today's world, there are countless tools and technologies available that can handle repetitive, time-consuming activities. By leveraging these tools, you can eliminate unnecessary manual work and free up mental space for more creative or strategic thinking. Whether it's scheduling, communication, or data organization, automation streamlines processes and allows you to work more efficiently. In addition to these practical methods, simplifying tasks requires a mental shift. The tendency to overcomplicate is often rooted in fear or insecurity. When faced with something difficult or unfamiliar, it's easy to fall into the trap of assuming it will require more effort than it truly will. In such cases, it's important to remind yourself that simplicity often leads to innovation. The most effective solutions aren't always the most complex. Sometimes the simplest ideas are the most powerful. It's about embracing simplicity as a tool, not as a limitation. As you break down your goals, remember to be flexible. Life doesn't always unfold according to plan, and it's essential to adapt as you move forward. When a task becomes more complicated than expected or new opportunities arise, adjust your approach. Flexibility ensures that you can continue moving forward without getting bogged down by the unexpected. Ultimately, simplifying tasks is about creating a sense of control and direction. The more you break down and clarify your goals, the more you empower yourself to take action. This doesn't mean eliminating challenges or obstacles, but rather it's about approaching them in a way that makes progress inevitable. When you stop seeing complexity as a roadblock and start viewing it as a series of smaller, manageable tasks, you pave the way for success without feeling overwhelmed. Chapter 9. Cultivating Creative Solutions. Innovation doesn't happen by force, but by creating an environment where ideas can flow freely and effortlessly. Creative solutions often arise when we open ourselves to the possibility that things do not always have to be done the way they've always been. This is where the true power of creativity lies, not in overcomplicating a problem, but in simplifying it with new perspectives and approaches that unlock innovative potential. At the heart of creative thinking is the ability to challenge assumptions. When tackling a task, it's easy to fall into the trap of working with predefined rules or established methods. These boundaries are comfortable because they're familiar. However, real creativity begins when we question these assumptions, when we ask, what if the usual way isn't the only way? By stepping out of traditional thought patterns, we make room for new ways of seeing the problem. This mindset shift encourages the discovery of approaches that are not only innovative, but also effortless. Once you view a challenge from a different angle, the solution often presents itself naturally. Another vital aspect of cultivating creative solutions is creating space for inspiration. It's easy to get caught in the whirlwind of deadlines, meetings, and tasks that demand immediate attention. But creativity thrives in moments of stillness and reflection. Allow yourself the time to step back and let your mind wander. Creativity doesn't always strike during a brainstorming session. It often comes in those quiet moments when you're detached from the pressure of the task at hand, whether it's a walk in nature, a quiet cup of coffee, or simply daydreaming. These moments of mental rest unlock a wealth of ideas that can transform how you approach challenges. Embracing failure also plays a crucial role in the creative process. Many of the most successful innovators didn't arrive at their solutions by avoiding mistakes, but by learning from them. The fear of failure often stifles creativity because it creates a reluctance to explore new, untested ideas. However, failure is not an end. It's a lesson in what doesn't work, and more importantly, it's an opportunity to try something new. When you approach a challenge with the understanding that mistakes are part of the journey, you release the pressure to be perfect, which opens the door to more daring, imaginative solutions. Collaboration can also fuel creativity. While solo efforts can be productive, the exchange of ideas between people with different backgrounds, skills, and perspectives often leads to breakthroughs that wouldn't be possible alone. In team settings, diverse viewpoints can serve as a catalyst for innovation, sparking new ways of thinking. The synergy that arises from collaboration can make tasks feel easier by pooling together knowledge and resources, allowing for faster problem solving and more inventive solutions. Being comfortable with ambiguity is another key factor in creative problem solving. The most creative minds are often those who are willing to embrace uncertainty rather than seeking instant clarity. Creativity is a process of discovery, and discovery often involves navigating through the unknown. Rather than being paralyzed by ambiguity, approach it with curiosity and the willingness to experiment. By giving yourself the freedom to explore without an immediate need for resolution, you create the conditions where creative ideas can flourish. Often, the best solutions come when we allow ourselves to exist in that space of not knowing. The ability to synthesize information from different sources can also lead to creative breakthroughs. When tackling a challenge, it's not always necessary to find a solution that fits within a specific domain. By drawing on knowledge from diverse fields, disciplines, or experiences, you can integrate seemingly unrelated ideas into a novel solution. This interdisciplinary approach doesn't require you to be an expert in every area, but simply to remain open to connections that others may overlook. The process of bringing together different ideas, concepts, and techniques can lead to unexpected insights and make seemingly complex tasks feel more straightforward. At times, simplicity is the ultimate form of creativity. The most effective solutions are not always the most complex or elaborate. Often, the greatest breakthroughs come from stripping away unnecessary elements, leaving only the core of the idea. By focusing on what is truly essential, you can find creative ways to streamline processes, reduce waste, and enhance effectiveness. This process of simplification not only makes tasks more manageable, but also makes them feel more effortless, as the solution becomes clear and direct. As you hone your ability to cultivate creative solutions, remember that creativity is not a gift that only a select few possess. It is a skill that can be developed through consistent practice, openness, and a willingness to challenge the status quo. By creating the right environment for creativity to thrive, one that allows for reflection, embraces failure, and fosters collaboration, you can unlock the innovative potential that lies within you. This is the essence of effortless achievement, solving problems in a way that feels natural and fluid, not by forcing solutions, but by allowing them to emerge organically. Chapter 10. The balance between rest and productivity. In a world that often equates hustle with success, it's easy to overlook the subtle power of rest. The common narrative pushes the idea that non-stop effort, longer hours, and pushing past exhaustion are necessary ingredients for achievement. But this mentality ignores a fundamental truth. Productivity is not solely about the amount of time spent working, but the quality of time spent, which requires balance. Rest, in its many forms, is not a luxury, but a necessity for sustained high performance. It is in these moments of pause that our bodies and minds have the opportunity to recover and recalibrate. Far from being a sign of weakness or lack of discipline, rest is a sign of strategic wisdom. By recognizing that our energy is finite and needs replenishment, we begin to understand how to use it more effectively. The concept of rest extends beyond sleep alone. It's about learning to disconnect from the task at hand, stepping away, and giving your mind the space to process what it's absorbed. In this space, creativity can bloom, solutions become clearer, and ideas emerge that might have otherwise been missed in the grind of constant work. The great minds throughout history understood this. They knew that in the stillness of a pause, insights often rise to the surface with greater clarity. Taking breaks isn't just about stopping work. It's about optimizing productivity. When you're constantly engaged, your capacity for concentration and problem-solving diminishes. Over time, what begins as a burst of energy turns into a drain. The brain, much like any muscle, needs periods of relaxation to recover from mental strain. This is where strategic pauses become critical. Whether it's a few minutes of deep breathing or an afternoon walk, giving your mind the space to refresh itself ensures that when you return to the task, you do so with a renewed sense of focus and energy. This doesn't just apply to long-term projects, but to daily tasks as well. A pause during work can increase the effectiveness of the next stretch of effort. Rest also enhances decision-making and creativity. With constant activity, the mind becomes cluttered, leading to poor choices or a lack of inspiration. The absence of rest often traps us in a cycle of repetitive, uninspired actions. But when you step back, you allow your subconscious mind the time to work through problems, often leading to innovative solutions that would have been impossible in the rush of relentless productivity. This process of mental recovery enables you to make better decisions, approach challenges with fresh perspectives, and navigate complexities with more ease. Understanding the right balance between work and rest requires a keen sense of self-awareness. It's not about taking endless breaks, but recognizing the right moments for them. This balance isn't the same for everyone. It's something personal that you cultivate over time by observing how your own energy fluctuates. Some may find that they need more rest in the mornings and can work at their peak during the afternoon. Others may work best in focused bursts followed by a rest. What is critical is understanding your rhythms and respecting them. The real challenge lies not in taking breaks, but in learning to embrace rest without guilt. In cultures where productivity is equated with worth, it's easy to feel that pausing is synonymous with failing. Yet this guilt undermines the very purpose of rest, preventing you from recharging and diminishing the benefits of the time you take off. By changing your mindset around rest, seeing it not as a form of laziness, but as a vital part of a productive cycle, you unlock the true potential of your efforts. It allows you to return to your work with renewed vigor, making each moment of activity more purposeful and efficient. Another critical aspect of balancing rest and productivity lies in understanding the importance of deep, restorative rest. Shallow rest, such as scrolling through social media or watching TV, does not offer the rejuvenation your mind and body need. True rest, whether through quality sleep, meditation, or simply spending time away from screens, is where real recovery takes place. It is this deep rest that allows the brain to process, consolidate memories, and repair itself. Without it, even the most productive efforts can be undone by mental fatigue, leading to burnout and diminished performance. Ultimately, the key to sustained success is not a matter of pushing harder, but of knowing when to ease off. Embracing rest allows you to build resilience, enhance creativity, and improve mental clarity. In recognizing that both work and rest are essential to the process, you create a cycle of productivity that flows naturally. This harmony between action and recovery is the cornerstone of long-term performance. Rather than viewing rest as a break from work, it becomes an integral part of achieving effortless success. Chapter 11. Trusting the process. The path to success is rarely linear, and the most profound achievements often come from places of uncertainty. It is easy to fall into the trap of wanting to control every step, to dictate the outcome before even taking the first step. However, this need for control can be a limiting force, often creating more friction than progress. True success, in many cases, emerges when we release the need to control every aspect and instead trust the process, embracing the journey as it unfolds. The idea of relinquishing control can be uncomfortable. We live in a world where outcomes are often measured and expectations are set with precision. Success, it seems, demands a plan, and failure, a deviation from that plan. But this view overlooks an essential truth. The best outcomes often come from the willingness to allow life to surprise us, to evolve without rigid attachment to a set of predetermined steps. When we trust the process, we place faith not only in our abilities, but in the unfolding of circumstances and the wisdom inherent in the natural course of things. This isn't to say we stop making decisions or lose our drive. It means understanding that not everything can be anticipated or controlled, and that some of the most valuable lessons and breakthroughs occur when things do not go according to plan. The ability to adapt, to be present with what is, and to make decisions in the moment, without being shackled by an obsession with an exact outcome, fosters a deeper level of growth. There is a paradox here. The less we try to control, the more we end up shaping the outcome. It's in the space of trust and surrender that we allow our intuition and creativity to guide us. When we rigidly control every moment, we close ourselves off to new possibilities, innovations, and opportunities that can emerge unexpectedly. But when we trust the process, we remain open to the organic unfolding of events, letting go of the need for things to go perfectly, and allowing success to manifest in ways we may not have envisioned. The process isn't always smooth, it isn't always predictable, and it often requires us to take risks, to step into the unknown. Trusting the process means embracing uncertainty. It means having the courage to act even when the path is unclear. By leaning into discomfort rather than resisting it, we find our true strength. Each step forward, even if it feels like a misstep, is part of the journey. And often, these detours lead us to unexpected destinations that we could never have anticipated from a rigid, linear perspective. Part of this trust also comes from a deep understanding that everything has its time. Many of the desires we have, whether for success, love, or fulfillment, require patience. They are not things that can be rushed or forced. By forcing outcomes, we rob ourselves of the experience of truly learning from the process itself. The beauty of life lies not in achieving something quickly or effortlessly, but in the richness of the experience along the way. By learning to trust that things will unfold in their own time, We learn to release the anxiety and impatience that often accompany striving, and instead embrace the peace that comes with knowing we are exactly where we need to be. A key part of trusting the process is cultivating patience. Patience doesn't mean passivity. It means allowing space for growth, both in ourselves and in the circumstances around us. By trusting that growth, insight, and opportunity will come, we develop a deeper resilience. Even in the face of obstacles, we trust that the obstacles themselves are part of the process, serving as both challenges and teachers. Success, in its truest form, isn't simply the result of hard work or skill, it is the ability to flow with life. Life is dynamic, unpredictable, and ever-changing. When we try to push against it, we create unnecessary tension. But when we lean into the ebb and flow, trusting that everything happens for a reason, even if we don't fully understand it at the time, we invite greater ease into our lives. It's not that we relinquish responsibility or effort, but rather we embrace the power of surrendering to the natural rhythm of life, knowing that our efforts will meet the right circumstances at the right time. There is profound strength in yielding. The most successful individuals throughout history have not been those who rigidly controlled every aspect of their lives. They were those who learned to navigate the unfolding process with grace and resilience, letting go of their fears and allowing the universe to reveal its infinite possibilities. The process may not always be what we envision, but when we trust it, it has a way of leading us to exactly what we need, even if it doesn't look the way we expected. Chapter 12. Shifting from striving to flow. There is a distinct difference between working hard and working effectively. Many find themselves caught in the cycle of constant striving, pushing against the current of life, determined to force outcomes, always battling to achieve more. However, there is another way to approach our goals, one that requires less force and more presence, the art of flow. When we operate from a state of flow, things no longer feel like a struggle. Instead, we find ourselves moving with ease, almost effortlessly reaching the outcomes we desire. But this state of flow doesn't come from simply working harder. It emerges when we stop trying to force our will onto the world. Striving often comes from a place of urgency and a need for validation. It is driven by fear of failure, fear of not measuring up, or fear of missing out. The desire to control outcomes becomes overwhelming, and every action is treated as a battle to be won. Yet this frantic energy tends to repel success. Ironically, the more we try to force things to happen, the more we block their natural unfolding. Flow, on the other hand, is the state where we are fully immersed in the task at hand, not concerned with the end result. When we are in flow, our focus is complete, our actions effortless, and time seems to slip away unnoticed. It is as if the activity itself becomes the goal, and we lose the need to micromanage each step. The mind quiets, the distractions fade, and all that remains is the purity of the task, done with ease and mastery. In this state, our creativity is enhanced, and solutions seem to emerge without conscious effort. We stop forcing and start trusting the process of doing. The key to shifting from striving to flow is learning to let go. We often place unnecessary pressure on ourselves, thinking that if we try hard enough, we can control every detail. But when we release that grip, when we allow ourselves to simply be present with the work instead of obsessing over how it will unfold, we step into a space of effortless creation. This shift requires trust, not in the outcome, but in the ability to perform and create in the moment. Another crucial element in accessing flow is aligning with our natural rhythm. When we are out of sync with ourselves, pushing too hard, rushing, or neglecting our own needs, flow becomes elusive. However, when we tune into our body, mind, and energy, we naturally know when to push and when to pull back. We become attuned to our own rhythms, understanding when to give our all and when to take a step back, recharge, and return with greater clarity. Flow doesn't come from exhausting ourselves, but from finding the balance that allows us to work efficiently without burnout. In the moments of flow, we no longer see time as something to be conquered. The clock stops being an adversary, and instead, it becomes irrelevant. When we are in the zone, our actions are aligned with a deeper sense of purpose, and the need for validation dissipates. There is no rush because we understand that everything will unfold in its own time. There is no frantic energy driving us to finish the task because we are enjoying the process itself. Reaching this state requires both practice and patience. We must first learn to quiet the mind, stepping away from the distractions that keep us trapped in cycles of striving. Meditation, mindful breathing, and intentional pauses throughout the day can help create the space needed for flow to emerge. It's about being able to relax into the task at hand without second-guessing every step. Moreover, flow isn't something that can be forced or chased. It's a state that arises naturally when we're fully engaged in what we're doing and open to the experience. It doesn't happen when we're looking for it. Rather, it appears when we stop searching for it and simply allow ourselves to be. There are no checks and balances, no critiques, just pure focus and the joy of the moment. The more we practice releasing the need for control, the more flow becomes accessible. We may still have ambitious goals, but we stop seeing them as something we must strain to achieve. Instead, we learn to trust that if we put in the right effort at the right time, things will fall into place naturally. Flow is not about giving up on our dreams. It's about aligning with our higher potential so that everything we do feels meaningful and ultimately effortless. By embracing the art of flow, we learn that achievement is not about striving endlessly, but about learning to work with life, not against it. Instead of forcing outcomes, we let go and allow the rhythm of our actions to guide us. In doing so, we open the door to a level of creativity, fulfillment, and success that feels effortless and in many ways, truly transformational. Chapter 13. Building Resilience for the Long Run. Resilience is not simply the ability to recover from setbacks. It is a fundamental quality that shapes the trajectory of our success. It's the force that allows us to weather challenges without being broken, the muscle that strengthens with every test and failure. Resilience isn't about avoiding hardship, it's about how we respond to it. It's the difference between falling and staying down or falling and rising, stronger and more capable than before. To build resilience, one must first embrace the idea that setbacks are not failures. The inevitable obstacles along the journey are not signs that we are on the wrong path. In fact, they are often the very things that push us forward, provided we choose to see them as opportunities rather than insurmountable walls. Life has a way of presenting us with the very tests we need, even if those tests are uncomfortable or difficult to understand at first. Building resilience begins with shifting our perspective. Rather than seeing adversity as a disruption or a threat, we must learn to view it as a part of the natural flow of life. When we encounter difficulties, they should be seen as tools for growth, providing us with valuable lessons that make us stronger. The challenges that test our limits have a unique ability to sharpen our instincts and enhance our problem-solving skills. We must learn to lean into discomfort instead of avoiding it. True resilience is cultivated when we allow ourselves to stretch beyond our comfort zones and develop the grit required to persevere. Part of this shift involves accepting the impermanence of our struggles. Hard times are temporary. As difficult as a situation may seem in the moment, it will pass. Recognizing the transient nature of setbacks empowers us to face them with a mindset of possibility instead of despair. This mindset helps us reframe our thinking from, "This is too hard," to, "I am capable of handling this," which in turn builds emotional strength. Resilience also requires emotional agility, the ability to adapt, recover, and refocus when faced with adversity. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by failure, but resilience is about learning how to process and move through emotions without letting them control our actions. Instead of getting stuck in self-doubt or frustration, we channel our feelings into constructive energy. We understand that emotions, while powerful, do not dictate our long-term outcomes. Our choices do. One of the most essential elements in building resilience is cultivating a sense of purpose. When we are deeply connected to our why, we find the strength to push through difficulties. A strong sense of purpose acts as an anchor, keeping us grounded and focused, even when the external circumstances seem chaotic. It is this clarity of purpose that helps us maintain our commitment to our goals, even when the road becomes rough. It reminds us that the pursuit is worth the struggle, and that success is often forged in the crucible of adversity. Another powerful aspect of resilience is self-compassion. We tend to be our harshest critics when things go wrong, but this inner harshness only slows our recovery. The most resilient individuals are those who show kindness to themselves during times of difficulty. Instead of berating themselves for perceived shortcomings, they treat themselves with the same understanding and support they would offer a close friend. Self-compassion allows us to move past mistakes without carrying unnecessary guilt, enabling us to focus on the next step forward with clarity and determination. Resilience also grows when we make space for reflection and learning. Every setback offers an opportunity to evaluate our approach, refine our strategies, and adjust our actions. Those who can extract lessons from their experiences are better equipped to face future challenges. By shifting our focus from blame to growth, we transform our setbacks into building blocks for future success. This constant cycle of learning, adapting, and improving strengthens our ability to persevere. Building resilience is not a one-time effort. It's an ongoing process. The more we encounter and navigate adversity, the more we develop the mental fortitude to handle future challenges. Each time we bounce back from a setback, we reinforce the belief that we are capable of handling whatever comes our way. Resilience is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it becomes. As we grow in resilience, we also develop the capacity to remain calm and composed under pressure. We stop reacting impulsively to external circumstances, and instead, we cultivate the ability to pause, reflect, and choose our response wisely. This calmness under pressure is a hallmark of resilient individuals who know that their power lies not in their ability to control everything, but in their ability to remain steadfast in the face of uncertainty. Finally, resilience requires patience. Growth doesn't happen overnight, and neither does the ability to bounce back from life's hardships. It takes time, practice, and the willingness to face discomfort head-on. But over time, the rewards of resilience become clear: a deeper sense of self-assurance, a more grounded and peaceful mindset, and an unwavering ability to move forward no matter the challenges ahead. Resilience is not just about enduring, it's about emerging from challenges stronger, wiser, and more capable than we were before. When we cultivate this strength, we not only fortify our path to success, but also gain the freedom to pursue our goals with a sense of confidence and clarity, knowing that we are equipped to navigate whatever comes our way. Chapter 14. The Role of Connection and Collaboration. At the core of human progress, collaboration is a powerful force that accelerates achievement. The idea that success is a solo endeavor is a myth that has been ingrained in us for generations. In truth, every successful person, idea, or venture is often the result of multiple minds working together. Connection with others doesn't just make the journey smoother, it makes the journey richer, more fulfilling, and more impactful. The most innovative breakthroughs in history, whether in science, art, or business, have rarely emerged from isolated efforts. Instead, they are the products of shared insights, diverse perspectives, and the pooling of resources. When we work with others, we tap into collective intelligence, an intelligence that goes far beyond our individual knowledge or skills. By combining strengths, we can bridge gaps, solve complex problems, and unlock creative potential that would otherwise remain untapped. Collaboration brings forth a dynamic energy that is absent in solitary endeavors. Each individual brings their own unique viewpoint, skills, and experiences to the table, enriching the process and opening up new pathways to success. When we collaborate, we are not just sharing tasks. We are enriching the entire project by challenging one another, offering new perspectives, and contributing in ways that enhance the collective outcome. Collaboration also promotes a sense of accountability that can significantly boost motivation. When we work with others, we are not only responsible for our own success, but for the success of the group as a whole. This shared responsibility fosters a sense of commitment and purpose that encourages consistent effort and a drive to contribute. The bond formed through collaboration often results in higher standards and greater focus, as individuals feel a deeper sense of ownership over the collective goal. Moreover, working with others helps break down the barriers that often prevent us from achieving our fullest potential. We all have limitations, whether in knowledge, resources, or skills, that can hinder our progress. Collaboration allows us to overcome these limitations by bringing in complementary strengths, whether it's expertise in a particular field, access to networks, or different problem-solving approaches. Working with others helps us fill in the gaps and move forward with greater efficiency and creativity. Collaboration also nurtures personal growth. When we interact with individuals who think differently from us, we are exposed to new ideas and ways of thinking. These experiences broaden our horizons and challenge us to grow beyond our comfort zones. Engaging with diverse perspectives fosters empathy, encourages adaptability, and helps us build stronger, more effective communication skills. These are invaluable traits that not only enhance collaboration, but also improve our ability to navigate the world with greater insight and wisdom. In addition to the intellectual benefits, collaboration offers emotional support that is often crucial during challenging times. There will be moments when the path feels uncertain or the obstacles seem insurmountable. During these times, the encouragement and support from others can provide the strength to keep moving forward. Knowing that others are invested in your success creates a sense of community, and this support can be the difference between giving up and pushing through. When we feel connected to others, we are less likely to isolate ourselves in moments of difficulty and more likely to reach out, share our struggles, and draw strength from those around us. Another advantage of collaboration is that it often leads to a sense of shared achievement. The process of working together toward a common goal brings about a deeper sense of pride and fulfillment than solitary efforts. Success feels more meaningful when it's shared with others who have contributed to the journey. The celebrations, milestones, and triumphs that come with collaboration are often more rewarding, as they represent the culmination of collective effort rather than individual accomplishment. Collaboration also helps us develop the key skills necessary to thrive in any environment: adaptability, teamwork, and leadership. Successful collaboration requires a willingness to listen, to compromise, and to learn from others. It also demands the ability to step up, take initiative, and lead when the situation calls for it. Working with others allows us to refine these skills in real-world settings, giving us the experience and confidence needed to tackle even more complex challenges in the future. Sometimes, collaboration extends beyond the immediate team or group. Building a network of relationships with others in your field or related industries opens up further opportunities for growth and success. These connections can lead to partnerships, mentorships, and collaborations that open doors to new possibilities. The more we invest in relationships, the more we expand our reach and influence, creating a web of support and opportunity that extends far beyond the immediate circle. However, true collaboration is not about simply accumulating a team of people. It's about finding individuals whose strengths complement your own and who share a common vision and purpose. It's about aligning values and goals and creating an environment where each member is encouraged to contribute their best. The best collaborations are those where each person feels valued and empowered to bring their unique strengths to the table. Collaboration, at its best, cultivates an environment of trust, respect, and mutual growth. In such an environment, mistakes are seen as opportunities to learn, differences are celebrated as sources of strength, and every contribution is honored. The result is not just the achievement of the goal, but the development of relationships and communities that endure long after the project has been completed. Ultimately, the path to effortless achievement is not one that we walk alone. Success is often a product of connection, of forming bonds with others who help us refine our ideas, hold us accountable, and inspire us to be better. When we choose collaboration over isolation, we open ourselves to a world of possibilities, finding that the journey to our goals becomes not only more attainable, but also more enjoyable. The connections we forge along the way become as valuable as the success itself, creating a ripple effect that enriches every aspect of our lives. Chapter 15. Evaluating Progress with Patience. In a world that constantly urges for faster results and immediate gratification, the ability to evaluate progress with patience becomes an essential skill. The journey toward success is rarely linear, and measuring growth demands a perspective that transcends the frantic pace of the moment. While the temptation to judge progress by immediate outcomes is strong, it's crucial to understand that real growth unfolds gradually. It's the ability to take a step back, look at the broader picture, and trust the unfolding process that separates those who experience sustainable success from those who burn out. Patience allows us to see the subtle shifts that happen in our thinking, behaviors, and habits over time. These shifts may not be immediately visible or measurable, yet they lay the foundation for long-term transformation. True growth often happens in the quiet moments between the milestones, where you refine your process, deepen your understanding, and improve your character. When you assess your journey with patience, you begin to recognize that every small step, every temporary setback, and every slight change is an important part of the larger whole. This long-term perspective is particularly critical when dealing with setbacks and failures. In the short term, failure can feel like a roadblock or a sign of defeat, but in the broader context, it is often a stepping stone. Patience grants the clarity to see failure not as an endpoint, but as an opportunity for refinement. Each obstacle is a lesson in resilience and adaptation. When we resist the urge to rush forward or fixate on the next hurdle, we begin to see failure in its proper light, as part of the ongoing process of growth. The cultivation of patience does not mean complacency. It does not imply a passive acceptance of mediocrity or an unwillingness to act. Instead, patience is a dynamic quality that allows you to maintain momentum while understanding that success is built on consistent, incremental efforts over time. The key is to recognize the difference between impatience driven by fear and anxiety, and patience that comes from a place of trust in the process. When you trust that every action you take, no matter how small, is contributing to a larger goal, you begin to let go of the anxiety that often accompanies a desire for immediate results. In this context, evaluating progress is not about checking off tasks as completed, but about reflecting on how each step moves you closer to your true goals. It involves a deep self-awareness of the shifts in your mindset and behavior that reflect the growth you've undergone, even when external results seem distant. Sometimes the most profound progress occurs internally, an increased sense of confidence, a deeper understanding of your capabilities, a refined approach to challenges. These internal shifts can be more significant than any external achievement. A steady perspective also helps prevent comparison, a common trap that hinders progress. When we compare our journey to others, we lose sight of our unique path. Each person's progress unfolds at its own pace, and the only meaningful comparison is with your previous self. Focusing on your own growth, without distraction or judgment from external timelines, allows you to stay grounded and focused. You begin to measure success not against the achievements of others, but against your own evolving goals and standards. Patience, however, isn't just about accepting slow progress. It's also about knowing when to push and when to pause. Sometimes we become so fixated on the end result that we fail to see the natural rhythm of our journey. There will be moments when pushing harder is necessary, when it's time to go the extra mile, stretch your limits, and accelerate your efforts. But there will also be moments when pulling back, reassessing, and allowing space for reflection are just as important. Recognizing these moments and acting with calm discernment, rather than rush, allows you to stay aligned with your true path. When we practice patience, we also cultivate emotional resilience. The fluctuating nature of progress means there will be moments of doubt, frustration, and uncertainty. But patience helps to soften these emotional highs and lows, keeping them in perspective. Rather than succumbing to the pressures of needing everything to happen at once, we learn to embrace the ebb and flow of effort and outcome. This resilience means that even during periods of perceived stagnation or frustration, you can maintain a sense of peace, knowing that your efforts are still contributing to long-term growth. It's important to acknowledge that patience requires faith in the process. It's not always easy to trust that things will work out when progress isn't immediately visible, but faith in your ability to adapt, learn, and continue forward keeps you on track. The most significant breakthroughs often occur after periods of quiet patience, when you least expect them. They arrive when you've given yourself permission to trust the natural unfolding of your journey rather than forcing it into a preconceived timeline. In the end, evaluating progress with patience is about shifting from a mindset of urgency to one of wisdom. It's the wisdom to recognize that success is not something that can be rushed or manufactured. It's the ability to reflect on your growth, honor the process, and maintain a steady, calm approach as you continue to move forward. With patience, you cultivate not only the capacity to handle challenges with grace, but also the ability to enjoy the journey and appreciate how far you've come, one step at a time. Chapter 16. Enjoying the rewards of effortless achievement. Reaching a place where success feels natural, where accomplishments flow without the strain of relentless effort, offers a profound sense of fulfillment. The true reward of achievement is not merely in reaching a goal, but in experiencing the ease and enjoyment that come with it. There's a subtle, yet powerful shift that occurs when success doesn't come at the cost of your well-being. It is in those moments where you can look at the journey behind you, the challenges you've navigated, and the growth you've achieved, and feel a deep sense of satisfaction. This state of ease does not imply complacency. Rather, it is a product of aligning your actions with purpose and energy in a way that feels almost effortless. You are no longer caught in the hustle or the grind. Instead, you are engaged in activities that serve both your ambitions and your sense of inner peace. The rewards of effortless achievement lie in the ability to do what you love while experiencing joy, knowing that you've shaped your path with intention and balance. Part of this enjoyment stems from the liberation of relinquishing the need for constant struggle. You can step back and appreciate the fruit of your labor, not just as a result of hard work, but as a natural consequence of your approach to life. Rather than chasing achievements as external markers of success, you begin to see them as expressions of your inner growth and alignment with your own values. When you let go of external pressures and expectations, the satisfaction of accomplishment is richer and more rewarding. There's a beauty in recognizing that success is not about accumulating endless achievements or acquiring material possessions. It's about cultivating a lifestyle that honors simplicity and balance. The feeling of fulfillment that accompanies effortless achievement is rooted in a deeper sense of connection to yourself and the world around you. You realize that success is not a destination, but a way of living, where ease, grace, and peace coexist with purpose. The rewards extend beyond the tangible. The sense of freedom that comes from knowing you have achieved your goals with minimal struggle allows for more room in your life to savor the present moment. It offers space for the things that matter most: relationships, health, creativity, and personal growth. The joy of success, when it comes with ease, amplifies the simple pleasures of life, finding contentment in the smallest of moments, embracing spontaneity, and enjoying the luxury of time well spent. Additionally, this state of ease nurtures a profound sense of gratitude. When you have created a life that aligns with your values and goals, your perception of success shifts. It is no longer about working harder to achieve more. It becomes about appreciating what you have and honoring the journey that brought you here. Success becomes a celebration of the wisdom, resilience, and choices that have guided you to where you are. The ability to enjoy the rewards of effortless achievement also carries a certain kind of freedom, the freedom to choose where you invest your energy. When you're not caught in the web of overwork, you find yourself with more mental clarity, emotional balance, and time to focus on what truly matters. You can engage with life's opportunities from a place of strength and joy without feeling weighed down by the pressures of striving for more. This sense of freedom allows for creativity to flourish, for new ideas to emerge, and for deeper connections to form. As you embrace this lifestyle of ease and fulfillment, you find that the rewards are not solely material or measurable. The richness of life becomes something deeper, an inner contentment that fills you even when external circumstances fluctuate. It's the joy of knowing that you are on a path that is not only leading to success, but also allowing you to enjoy each step along the way. The real achievement lies not in the destination, but in the way you've cultivated a life that feels effortless, fulfilling, and aligned with your true self. In this space, where effort blends with ease, there is no longer a sense of urgency or exhaustion. Instead, there's an ongoing flow of satisfaction and balance. The rewards of effortless achievement are not fleeting moments, but lasting states of fulfillment that nourish your mind, body, and soul. You've created a life where success is not something to attain, but something to live, experience, and enjoy fully, every day. Chapter 17. Preparing for Future Growth. The journey toward effortless achievement doesn't stop with current success. Once you reach a certain level, it's natural to encounter new challenges and opportunities. These new phases in your journey are not interruptions to your flow, but invitations to expand and evolve in ways that align with your deeper purpose. What matters most is how you prepare for these new growth opportunities, without losing the sense of ease that has made your achievements sustainable. As you prepare for what's ahead, it's essential to maintain a mindset that welcomes change without fear. Change is often seen as a disruption, something that requires forceful adaptation. But when approached with the right mindset, it becomes an opportunity to refine your approach, enhance your abilities, and embrace the possibilities that come with new experiences. The key lies in developing the ability to remain flexible, to let go of rigid expectations, and to trust in the natural unfolding of events. When you trust in the process, future growth doesn't feel like a battle or a rush. It feels like a natural progression, one that aligns with your overall vision. This kind of growth isn't just about increasing your skills or achieving new goals. It's about expanding your capacity to adapt to whatever challenges arise. Challenges are not obstacles. They are opportunities for growth and expansion. And the ease with which you face them comes from understanding that each challenge is part of a larger journey, not an isolated battle. The smoother you navigate these changes, the more effortless your growth becomes. This requires a balance of preparation and openness, preparing yourself by developing the skills, resilience, and mindset needed to take on new challenges, while remaining open to the unexpected and unplanned aspects of growth. Staying open to future growth also involves creating a foundation of continuous learning. Success isn't static. The world is always shifting, and the key to staying ahead is to engage in lifelong learning. Embrace the idea that learning doesn't have to be strenuous or burdensome. In fact, when it's approached with curiosity and enjoyment, learning can become a source of energy rather than exhaustion. This mindset keeps you engaged in your journey without overwhelming you with the pressure to always be doing more or trying harder. As new opportunities arise, it's vital to assess them from a place of alignment with your purpose and values. Not every opportunity will be a good fit, and that's where clarity of purpose plays a crucial role. When you know what truly matters to you, making decisions about which challenges to take on becomes much easier. You're not distracted by every new possibility that presents itself, but instead, you are able to choose those that truly serve your vision for the future. This focus allows you to preserve the ease and flow you've worked so hard to cultivate. One of the most effective ways to prepare for future growth is by establishing habits that support long-term sustainability, whether through daily rituals, time management strategies, or consistent self-reflection. These habits keep you grounded and ready for the future. These routines help maintain your momentum, even when new opportunities demand your attention. The habits you build today not only prepare you for the challenges ahead, but ensure that you can approach them with the same ease and grace that have made your journey so fulfilling thus far. Another key aspect of preparing for future growth is nurturing your resilience. Growth often comes with a mix of success and setbacks, but the ability to recover from those setbacks and keep moving forward with confidence is essential. Resilience allows you to bounce back without losing your sense of balance. It's the foundation that helps you maintain ease, even in the face of uncertainty. Knowing how to adjust, how to stay focused, and how to continue without feeling overwhelmed keeps your progress moving steadily forward. Furthermore, future growth is about recognizing that your goals can evolve. As you grow, so too will your vision and your aspirations. It's important to approach this evolution with the same openness and flexibility that you apply to other aspects of your life. When you allow your goals to adapt to new information, new experiences, and your changing interests, you create an environment where growth is constant, effortless, and fulfilling. Finally, it's crucial to surround yourself with a support system that encourages and nurtures your growth. The people you interact with shape your journey and influence your path forward. Seek out those who inspire you, challenge you in healthy ways, and encourage you to continue developing. Building a network of supportive individuals not only enhances your ability to navigate future challenges, but it also helps you maintain the ease you've cultivated in your life. As you look ahead, know that growth doesn't require stress or struggle. It requires presence, alignment, and the willingness to continue learning and evolving with ease. By staying open, adaptable, and focused on your purpose, you'll be able to embrace the future with confidence, knowing that every challenge is an opportunity to expand your potential without sacrificing your sense of peace and fulfillment. Conclusion. The path to effortless achievement is one that is not defined by relentless effort, but by a harmonious blend of clarity, strategy, and balance. It's a journey where success is not measured by how hard you push, but by how effectively you align your actions with your true purpose and values. As you progress, you will find that the key to achieving what you want without overworking is rooted in the power of simplicity, intentionality, and trust in the process. By understanding that success is not about the constant grind, but about working smarter, not harder, you unlock a deeper sense of freedom and fulfillment. The challenges you encounter along the way become opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to overcome. With each step, you develop not just the skills necessary for success, but the mindset that allows you to move forward with ease. It is this ease that becomes the foundation of your progress, enabling you to remain grounded, adaptable, and resilient no matter what the future holds. As you continue to cultivate this approach, you will find that the rewards of effortless achievement are not only the accomplishments you reach, but also the lifestyle you create, one of peace, balance, and true fulfillment. Your journey is uniquely yours, but it is also universal in its essence. The principles outlined in these pages are not rigid rules, but rather guiding lights that you can adapt to your own circumstances. The process of effortless achievement is about finding your own rhythm, trusting your instincts, and allowing things to unfold naturally. As you move forward, remember that the pursuit of success does not require a relentless race or constant striving. Instead, it's a dance of mindful actions, focused effort, and deep trust in your path. With each new challenge and each new opportunity, you have the power to continue achieving your goals with ease, proving that you can get everything you want without overworking, but simply by being aligned, intentional, and resilient.